Okay, I'm going to call this meeting. I'm going to call this meeting to order. I'm Nancy Libson. I'm acting chair tonight in place of Kathy Ebner. I'm going to call the roll. So let's see who we have here. We have, as far as members of the committee, we have Teresa, Terry Bond.
Right. Here.
Elijah Harrick Blaine.
Here.
And that's it. The three of us. And then joining us are also Teresa Wellman and Denise, whose last name I don't remember, but and Denise from the city staff.
Denise Ruffin.
I was getting ready to say
Ruffin.
them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you only have Denise on the when you're listed there. Okay. And I want to see if has everybody read the April meeting minutes? I don't have them in front of me, but I did read them when they were sent out. So all those approving of the April meeting minutes, please say aye.
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 All opposed? There are none. The April meeting minutes, that's a tongue twister. The April meeting minutes are approved. So now we're going to get to the purpose of tonight's meeting, which is the public hearing for the Community Development Block Grant Action Plan for fiscal year 2023. And I'm going to turn requests for presentations this evening. So we have no one providing any public testimony, but I would like to ask Teresa Wellman to just quickly go through what's in that action plan so we all have some sort of an idea of what the projects will be for fiscal year 2023. So to you.
Okay. This action plan is for fiscal year 2023. And our official HUD allocation for this year is $306,000, and a little bit less than we got last year, but we were really fortunate because we got a lot of program income and we had some funds available to commit from previous years. So we're going to be working with $550,913.
Wow.
This year. So the HUD has restrictions on how much money we can spend on public services. It's statutory and it's 15%. And that would be 45,000. But the other thing that we can, 33,954, but the other thing HUD allows us to do is take 15% of our program income from the previous year. So that allows us to add another 45,000. So we have a total of $79,900 to spend on public services, which is double what we normally would have available. We are 61,261 we're setting aside for administration and fair housing issues. Capital projects is 409,752 for a total of $550,913,000. So it's pretty much twice as what we normally have. On our public services, the projects that we're funding are the same projects that we had last year. And the funding is pretty much very close to what they got in the previous year, except for a few hikes because we had the extra funding. So we'll have a total of $79,900 to spend on public services. On capital projects, again, we have several new projects this year. Typically, we've been helping ARC with some of their residential properties. Same with Arundel Lodge. Both of these organizations serve people with special needs. This year, we're providing help to Homes for America to help roof replacement at Homes at the Glen, which is a low-income housing tax credit project. And we're also helping Homes for America at Bowman Place, which is a project-based Section 8 project, which was recently totally restored, and they need a security gate, so we're helping them with that. Our new program is Rebuilding Together, and Rebuilding Together provides home repair assistance, but usually for very small home repairs that cost less than $5,000. Because we have our own we have another housing rehabilitation program, which helps with larger projects, and that is through Arundel Community Development Services. And this year, we're going to be able to fund them at about $120,000. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see that we have the amount that we're going to use for housing and administration, giving us our total of $550,913. So the action plan is still available for public comment. It'll be available until July 11th. You can find it on our website at annapolis.gov. And we welcome written comments or email comments. So that's it. That's our program for this
Can
year.
I ask a question? Is Rebuilding America the old Christmas in April program?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it got renamed. And I also have a comment. This is wonderful to have so much money to give.
I know. Well, we had a big payment.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but we got a big payback from Bay Ridge Gardens for $170,000.
These organizations are going to be ecstatic because they've never been able to get that, and it's just great. And
Yeah.
then funding all the capital projects, fantastic.
Yeah, we've been able to, pretty much be able to fund everything. So
It's terrific. Thank you, Teresa. A terrific
You're
job,
welcome.
a terrific of these funds. Thank you.
Good job, Teresa, finding all that money.
I know. I'm excited.
So relatedly on that then, Teresa, the extra money is program income from Bay Ridge Garden
Some
repayment.
of it. Yeah, Bay Ridge Gardens had borrowed money from the city years ago, actually, about $200,000. It was years ago when Landex Corporation first had it, and they decided to pay off their loans, so they paid us back. They had been paying us back, so they only owed us $170,000, and that's what they paid us back. And then the rest of the money comes from people who get assistance from us through our housing rehabilitation program. We put a 15-year lien on the repairs. So
So if they sell it,
they have to pay us back. And it's reduced after the 11th year. So it goes 80, 60.
kind of on a prorated basis down.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
we
guess-
had a number of those.
I guess the thinking behind my question is, and not expecting that there would be an answer now, but like it is such a game changer that we've got this, to the point that these organizations there's almost like this built-in expectation that you're not going to get everything that you ask for, right? And so it makes me wonder if there is any way that we would be able to look at past allocations that have similarly, some repayment structure that could give us some type of forecast for years down the road when potentially we may next have an infusion of program income.
No.
And
The only way you can do that is if you know when somebody's going to die. Because basically what happens is people pass away, the house, gets sold, and that's pretty much all of that. We rarely, the only two organizations that we've ever funded, and I've been here 25 years, that amount of money, have both paid it off, and that was Homes for America when they did Bay Forest Senior and in Bay Ridge Gardens. So we don't have any we don't have any loans outstanding like that. So,
Okay,
so we're not going to do that again. And,
Got
and the only other way, typically the way we get the other money, is somebody passes away and the heirs sell the house and then we get paid back. So,
because it's prior to that 15-year.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Well, that's helpful.
sorry about that.
No, I mean, that's at least helpful to know.
Right.
Lisa, let me
yeah.
ask you a question. Are you guys, is the city going to do any kind of press release to kind of tout this wonderful budget here and all the things that it's doing? I think it would, we always hear all these negative things about government. I think this is a positive statement, you know?
Well, it depends on whether or not, the press is really interested. I mean, typically, all the stuff's on the website and it's posted in the newspaper. So, it's all published in the newspaper that you can go.
Okay, don't you?
Yes, well, we can make a special exception and see if we can get something
Yeah, it doesn't, I mean,
written up.
this-
I have to wait until HUD approves the plan. So,
Sure.
but we can
Well-
do that.
HUD has to approve the city
I'm sorry, couldn't hear you.
the city council has to adopt it. Isn't that
It
correct?
adopts the budget. Yeah, it adopts.
The budget.
It adopts the whole budget. I think it's already been
And it's-
I think it's already been appropriated.
It has, but, so they don't do a separate action on the action plan? Okay, all right. Well, I think Terry makes a good point. I think it would be a good thing for
Right.
the mayor to get out there. Because he's
Yeah,
gotten some bad press lately.
Yeah. Don't like that. No, I mean, we could certainly, once it gets accepted, it's got to go to HUD yet. It hasn't gone to HUD. We haven't gotten all our public comments yet, so it's not a done deal until it goes to
Right.
HUD. So it's sort of premature, but once
It
it's,
wouldn't be, yeah, but I think when you send it to HUD, there should be like kind of a nice positive press release to say, for the first time ever, we were able to do this.
well, that's not true. We've
But-
done it before.
Okay, well, in the first time in the
Yeah.
last 10 years.
Yeah, we did it when we had something like this happen one year when Homes for America paid us back a bunch of money. So like it's happened, it's happened a couple times, but we'll get something in the paper.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
had it's funny, but in the previous years, we haven't had that much interest. But like you said, this is quite a lot of money going out. And it's $500,000. So
And it might be interested to
Yeah,
a
exactly.
little write up on some of these programs so people know what's going on and who's doing it. It's just
right. Well, I'll check with Mitchell. She's great at writing stuff up and
excellent.
and she puts out some really good stuff. So we'll check with her once it's approved by HUD.
Great.
And that won't be, until probably August, but because they have 45 days from when we submit, yada, yada, yada.
When do they ever not approve it? Have they ever not approved it?
No, but they will, like if I submit it and there's like a mistake, like a
Sure.
mathematical mistake or
They'll
something
be
like
right on that.
that,
Oh,
so it's not that, they'll call you, they review it and then they'll call you up and say,
change
You
this,
know,
change that.
change this, change this, change that, and then you do all their changes and then you.
Right, but basically the dollar amounts and the projects, once it goes to them, aren't usually denied.
No, unless unless they don't think that
Okay, could happen.
the eligibility that you decided, if they have an argument with that.
Okay,
And I've had them do that before.
okay, there you go.
So where they didn't agree with, like my assessment, what I thought was
But that said, it seems incredibly reasonable that all of these are eligible activities.
Right.
So,
But they have their regulations
Yeah.
and very strict interpretation, so we have to stick by what they say, so. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay.
thank
Well,
you so much, Teresa. That was
You're
really,
welcome.
that's really great.
And I guess that,
And the whole action plan is on the website and you go, already got,
Right.
sent out the connection. So if you want to read the whole thing, you can do that.
Any other business that we want to take up? No, hearing none. Can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
We need to close the public hearing, even though there wasn't public comment.
Uh, The public, okay, the public hearing is now closed.
And I move we adjourn.
And I will second.